Hi Scorpio, this is LunarticksTarot with a reading for anyone who identifies with your Scorpio energy at this time, the end of August 2018. So we'll be looking at the post-eclipse season energies for you all, as well as the energies leading up to this full moon in Pisces, of course, which is just a couple days away at this point, if that. But of course, there's so much more than just that going on astrologically for us. It is Virgo season now. So let's see what Virgo season, the beginning of Virgo season, looks like for Scorpio. This reading may, for some, be applicable to the entirety of August. And for others, it may not resonate at all. As always, feel free to check your sun, moon, and rising, as well as any other signs that interest you at this time. You have the Page of Swords covering you, Scorpio. Possible that some of you are wielding a truth that's hard to share at this time. Some Scorpios, and this is strange to say, but some of you are a little scared to share this truth for some reason. Yeah, definitely. It's maybe just apprehension for some of you, but it's more than that even for other Scorpios. It's fear of sharing the truth, a truth, your truth. And then the Queen of Swords is in your subconscious. So you've got the Wheel of Fortune is what you're faced with at this time. So this truth that we're talking about that you can plainly, well, your subconscious can clearly, plainly see. So it just depends on, you know, how much you're relying on your intuition, how much conversation your conscious and your subconscious are in with one another, but you can trust the truth that you believe you see. You are able to see the truth at this time, Scorpios. And consciously, you're knowing that truth, you're holding that truth, you are wielding that truth, but again, like I said, some of you are scared, are a little scared of what's to come when you share it, or when someone sees it. And I think that is a fated event, that is destined, that is likely to happen sometime soon, probably right around the end of this month. Even if it's, you know, it could be something you've been moving toward all month. And we've got Judgment showing up again for you all. I'm not sure if that was, if you were able to see that at the beginning of the video, that it was on the bottom of the deck, but it had shown up for you all while shuffling and meditating with the deck before recording. And that's your advice, actually, in this spread. at this time, around this full moon, it looks like you need to rest, Scorpios, and you're not the first sign to get this message, to get the Four of Swords reversed, which says to me that you need to prioritize meditation. And that's because this on the bottom of the deck and this spread is the overall energy, the unifying message. And we've got yeah, I think showing, sharing, and or wearing this truth that we're talking about is a fated event. Some of you may have had to may have the Queen of Swords energy in your subconscious because you had to cut people out of your life recently. That's possible. Cut certain energies out of your life because you could see the truth about them, because you could see the truth about your dynamic, where your friendship or relationship or whatever type work relationship, whatever type of relationship you had was headed, and you didn't like it, and you had to cut that away. But you're able to see the truth, I think, about more than just that. Let's get some clarifiers. Your advice card, though, is about forgiveness, is about granting forgiveness, both to yourself and to others. I think what we're seeing is a message of absolution, and Scorpio, then in that case, the advice for most, I think, is to wear that truth proudly and allow yourself in that truth that you're a little afraid to share for some reason, to be seen. And I think you'll be relying on those energies close to you, around you, that you have left, that you haven't cut away from you, to help you with that, to help you with enjoying your absolution, so to speak. To help you embrace the gift that is having your truth, or some part of it, seen and known. And you know, when you do that, it may, when you wield your truth confidently, or at least stay married to it, just in a determined way, stubbornly hold your truth no matter whom it leads away from you. It does lead some energies away from you, but when you can stand in your truth, when you can own all the parts of it, and forgive your own faults, flaws, weaknesses, and enjoy being that authentic version of yourself, you also attract like-minded, kindred spirits to take the place of those energies that you've had to cut away from your life. This is the second time the Empress is showing for you all as well, but she showed in the reverse the first time. It was also before recording. You've got the Empress energy in your past. So for some Scorpios, you're moving away from a divine masculine in your life. It could be your mother, it could be a partner, but not necessarily. Again, a divine feminine energy, but most likely someone who you thought of as a motherly figure, either in your own life or because they were your partner. For other Scorpios, you have recently, you're moving out of an energy of, recently moving out of a time period where you owned your divine masculine, or I'm sorry, divine feminine side. Wielded your divine feminine aspects. Were birthing and creating something and probably attracting a lot of some type of abundance into your life. This truth that you're holding, Scorpios, that you're wielding, that you're, again, a little scared to allow to be associated with you, to be revealed. It's also, hold it steady. Remain, again, like I said, married to it. Remain true to it, to those truths. Don't try to deny them. Don't try to hide them. Don't try to pretend they aren't true. And you're also holding potential wealth at the same time. You're closer than you think to turning that truth about you, about your life that you're holding at this time. You're closer than you think to turning it into financial abundance, resources, earthly wealth of some type. Extra time, extra any type of extra hours at work, a new job, something connected to your earthly wealth and resources. And I think it's looks like knowing that you might be attracting like-minded spirits, kindred spirits towards you is what will help you to follow the advice of embracing and enjoying and appreciating your absolution, being shown truly, nakedly, yes, in front of others. Because as this fated opportunity presents itself that is associated with this truth, I think some Scorpios feel like they don't want to have to handle it completely on their own. Let's get a clarifier on the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Let's see what that's how you're handling the Wheel of Fortune. That's how you're handling a fated opportunity associated with this truth we're talking about. Or how you're handling it or how you're processing it. It's connected to some significant heartbreak for you, probably having to do with these people that you had to, this person or people that you had to cut out of your life because of what you know your truth is, because of knowing who you are, because of being able to see the truth about them again. So for some of you, this is an opportunity that you hoped they'd be there for, either to help you with or to at least support you morally through, and that person or those people aren't there. For a few Scorpios, We're talking about a truth in a situation that had to do with an affair. And that's why someone specifically was cut from someone's life. It could be that that could have something to do with this opportunity I see coming up in the near future. It's slightly different for each Scorpio. Some Scorpios have the opportunity to forgive. Some Scorpios are faced with the opportunity to be unfaithful. And that's not to say that they'll follow through with it. Let's get a clarifier. I was going to say on the Queen of Swords here. And we've got the Queen of Pentacles reversed and the Emperor reversed. So yeah, some Scorpios recently cut a divine masculine energy because they were in their divine feminine energy. And something he was doing was making, he or she, but probably masculine energy, was making you anxious, was making you too anxious and not yourself. And because you wanted to own your divine feminine energy, I think that, you know, for some Scorpios, that's the energy that had to be cut. Now, it could have been a partner, it could have been a boss, a father figure, anyone that you would associate as a divine masculine, identify as a divine masculine energy in your life. Where are we at? 17 minutes. Okay, I do have to wrap this up, Scorpios, but quickly let's get one more clarifier on the Judgment card. No, the Wheel of Fortune and the Judgment card. Yeah, for some of you, it's a love-related opportunity that's coming up. It could be something that you love to do, work you love to do, a loving relationship of any type, not necessarily romantic. I'm also going to grab a future card from the Dreams of Gaia tarot deck for you, and the information about all of these decks will be in the description of the video, of course. And back to these clarifiers. Yeah, again, I want to repeat now, I want to emphasize that for some Scorpios, it's a matter of having the opportunity to forgive someone else's, how someone else hurt you, even if we're talking about forgiving an affair, infidelity that broke your heart. Not so that the two of you can necessarily reconnect, but so that you can heal, right? That old cliche that, you know, forgiveness is for us. It's for us to heal as well. Okay. So healing is where you are headed, Scorpios. Which does require a great amount of self-love, obviously. Loving yourself in the ways that this person wasn't able to, if this scenario I just described applies to you. Or in the way that anyone wasn't able. And you know, as a water sign, you have, and this is not to say that everyone doesn't have this ability, because we all have every different element in some area of our life, right? But you know, if you identify primarily as Scorpio, as a water sign, you have the ability to heal very, very deep wounds, very old wounds, and by tapping into those energies. I guess I should say we all have the ability to, by tapping into those energies. But if you're our water energies, but if you're in that energy all the time, you may feel that it's your work to do that, to the extent that it's work you do for other people. You may just feel like you're healing more often than others, that you're in need of it, not even necessarily more often, but just living in that way, healing as a way of life. And we are all always healing, but I could be talking to some healers who are healing all the time, not necessarily just to be healing themselves, but because they practice healing others, or some who, because of this situation, are headed there. So as a future card, this could be any time in the next few months, honestly. So that could be work that you're working toward doing soon, or just by the end of the year even. You do also have the Eight of Pentacles. I think that's probably why I took this future card that direction. You also have the Eight of Pentacles showing up as a clarifier on the Judgment card, encouraging forgiveness, encouraging embracing your own truths being revealed, forgiving yourself and others, so that, again, you can enjoy your absolution. And I think this is saying so that you can focus on your work. And if that work is healing work, not only so that you can focus on it, but so that you can walk the walk as well as talk the talk. That's applying a principle to your life that you will want to apply to your work if you're a healer of sorts. Or may want to, anyway. There's many different types of healers, obviously. You do definitely have a new beginning, though. So whomever you need to forgive, yourself, others, the Fool card is showing up as well with the Ace of Pentacles. So some of you may be turning that healing work into starting your own business. Yeah, with work you love to do. And it requires you being honest. You're at the Page of Swords currently. You've got the Queen of Swords in your subconscious, and you're headed toward the King of Swords. So you're moving up this ladder successively of mastering that honest, logical, cerebral portion of yourself. That's what this new beginning is about. That's where it's taking you. That's the path it's helping you continue down. Yeah, there's the 8 again. 88 may be significant for some of you. There's the Eight of Pentacles again. And there will be a time to relax coming after you focus on some of that work for a while, Scorpios. Okay. I will have to leave you there. We're over time just a little bit. I do hope that you are all taking something away from this reading that you didn't have before you came to it, Scorpios. Again, if it did not resonate, feel free to listen to your other signs, your moon, your ascendant, your sun. And if you do need a personal reading, if that's what you're looking for, please check out the description below this video. I have all my services listed there. I've got a new $10 quick fix reading. I'm still accepting requests for free personal readings. They're taking at least a month to get back to you at this point, though. You'll notice when you pay for a personal reading from me, and there are regular options, the quick, cheap $10 options. There's the rushed reading options that you get in 24 hours. But any and all of them, you'll notice when you go to pay for them that they're connected to the name Willow Growth. So that's one and the same with Lunarticks Tarot for now. Don't let that throw you off. And thank you so much to those of you who have already requested a reading from me, paid for a reading, donated to the channel, liked, shared, subscribed, commented, messaged me with kind words. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And do please like this video and subscribe if you feel called to do so, if you're taking something away from the reading. I love you so much, Scorpios, and I will post another tarot fix for you just as soon as I can.